What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. It's your boy. And welcome back to another video on the channel. Hi, if you are new here, I am Accemption. I am a Dungeon Quest YouTuber. I make cool videos sometimes. If you like this content and you want to see more, make sure to leave a like as well as subscribe to the channel if you are new. I think it's worth it. Maybe. Anyways, in today's video, I wanted to explain to some people that are that might be new to the channel and people that are new to Dungeon Quest, to help you guys level up in Dungeon Quest. I get this question asked all the time about how to level up in Dungeon Quest. What's the best way to level up in Dungeon Quest? What are some tips? You know, what should I do? And since the new dungeon was just released, Enchanted Forest, I thought it was a really good time to make a video explaining how to level up at least fairly quickly to get to the new dungeon, because everybody wants to experience the new things, you know what I mean? I get what you mean. So when you first join the game, there's gonna be a couple options that you're gonna be able to do. There's going to be a little Game Pass store that you might be able to do. Now, I'm going to bring this up at the beginning of the video. That way you guys don't have to think about it later in the video. But I will say that in Game Passes, you can purchase a VIP, which gives you 20% extra XP, just letting you guys know. Is it worth it? I do think it's worth it if you do expect to play the game quite a lot, but if you don't, I don't expect you to get this. However, I am pointing out that you can get 20% EXP if you do get the VIP Game Pass. And right now there is a 2x EXP event going on every single dungeon past the new one. So if you have VIP, it means you're actually doing 220% EXP. And on that, you can also buy boost, which I also want to let you guys know that it also does another 100% XP boost. So you can actually get up to 320% EXP boost with everything purchased. I'm just letting you guys know this is going to boost your XP by so much. However, if you don't have Robux, I completely understand, and that is completely fine. These tricks will still work, but I'm just letting you guys know that you guys can purchase things to boost it if you guys would like to. Now, before you do anything to actually make your life so much easier, if you do have friends to play with, playing with friends is going to increase your dungeon rating and it's going to speed up your dungeons, so you will level up quicker. Playing with friends is a huge help. Anyways, when you first start playing Dungeon Quest, you do start out on Desert Temple. I actually suggest going all the way to Nightmare, so leveling yourself up to level 27 all the way to Nightmare before you start doing anything. So just have fun with your buddies, play a couple games, level yourself up. It doesn't take super long to get to level 27. It literally takes like absolutely no time. And get some gear. Now, here's where something changes, and this is wave defense. Wave defense is going to be your bread and butter early game. You can do wave defense on every single dungeon past canals. It doesn't go any farther, so you can't do Ghastly Harbor, but you can go all the way to canals. So you have all these dungeons that you can do wave defense. Now, I only suggest wave defense because you're constantly fighting monsters and you're constantly fighting enemies, getting constant EXP, and that's why wave defense is actually the best way of earning EXP. So strictly, if you guys have enough weapons, you know, whatever, keep moving up. Every single time that you are the next level, then leave, join the next wave defense, play medium. As soon as you get to level 45, leave, come back, do hard, and keep doing this over and over again, just because wave defense is the quickest way of leveling up. Now, you're going to keep doing this until you're about, I would say, maybe 120, 115, and then you'll be back onto Ghastly Harbor, which is you can't do wave defense. Now, while you're playing Dungeon Quest, I do also suggest that you sell every single piece of item that you get that you do not need to use, and save as much gold as you can, because you're really going to need it in the later days, especially if you get that one item that you know is going to be really good for you. Make sure you just save as much gold as you can. Don't just buy upgrades and stuff. It's not going to be helpful for you. So once you get to around Steampunk Sewers doing all of your wave defense, this is where it's going to be a little bit more grindy than usual. You're going to go all the way to Steampunk Sewers, and you're going to level yourself up all the way to level 130. Now, there's not many things I can say about this. The only thing I really can say is if you are struggling is to go into the Dungeon Quest Discord, find some raids, and they'll help you through it. Getting carries is probably actually one of the fastest ways to level up, because you could just get people to speed spell and get you to finish the dungeon. So in reality, one of the quickest ways of leveling up is to get somebody to carry you throughout the dungeon. Just letting you know. But if you are trying to solo or you're trying to do it by yourself, you can follow my tips. Anyways, once you're done Steampunk Sewer, you can finally do boss raids, which is awesome. Boss raids are super fun. They're just very annoying a little bit. Sadly, with boss raids, I do have to specify you can't solo it. Unless you're given items from boss raids themselves, you can't beat boss raids solo. I've tried it. Many people have tried it. It's possible, probably, but it's like very impossible. almost. So if you do have friends, if you have anybody, you can even go into a lobby, ask for some random boss raid loot if you need it. Get yourself into boss raids. Now, there's a little trick in boss raids that some people don't actually know. Now, there are 30 tiers in boss raids, which is, you know, actually quite a lot. I don't know why there's so many. Anyways, fun fact, the tier 1 raid actually gives the exact same amount of XP as tier 30, and tier 30 is significantly harder than tier 1. So, that in mind, grind tier 1 raids. It's going to level you up the most. It gives you the most XP out of them all. And yeah, baby, just grind her up, keep playing tier 1s. It is going to make your life so much easier. Now, boss raids are pretty boring. I'll be honest with you. Boss raids are kind of one of the most annoying parts of this game. I don't know what it is. I like the concept of boss raids, but I don't like doing them. Anyways, you're going to constantly do boss raids over and over and over again, and you can actually skip over orbital outposts. You can do a couple orbital outposts once you reach, you know, 145, or if you're on like 142 or something, you can start doing some insanes just to get some gear and whatever. But you can actually bypass orbital outposts almost by only doing boss raids. It is quicker doing it that way, especially if you get something that can almost one-shot. You can just go into a boss raids over and over and over again, and you gain a lot of XP. So you can almost skip through orbital. But I would do a couple here and there, you know, obviously get the items, use your daily rewards. And once you're on volcanic chambers, I have to say you're pretty much at endgame. And at this point, your main goal is to get enhanced inner rage or enhanced inner focus, which you can get from volcanic chambers, aquatic temple, as well as enchanted forest. You can get these spells in this dungeon, and this is pretty much going to be your main spell that you're going to want to get. It's kind of the meta at the moment. It's the most used spell in the game, and it's the most useful spell in the game. So I would just highly suggest grinding out getting that spell. And these 3 dungeons are pretty much the highest levels in the game at the moment. And I would say, like, you're pretty much there. There's nothing else really past learning how to speedrun these dungeons. There's no other tricks or anything at the moment. You know, back before, you know, you can do some wave defense and boss rates, you know, give you XP in lower tiers, which is kind of weird, but you know, that's the only tips I could really give. Past that though, yeah, you're pretty much at endgame, and you should be getting pretty prepared for the new dungeon. Now, there is a 2x EXP event going on right now, so take advantage of it while you can so you can play the new stuff. Anyways, I'm not really good at explaining things, and this probably made no sense at all. And there's probably a lot of people that already know all of this, but I just wanted to make a video knowing that every single time that Dungeon Quest gets a new update, a bunch of new players start to play, and you know, some people get discouraged because they're a low level, and I wanted to give some tips to help people out. I just probably didn't explain it super well. Anyways, thank you for watching. If this epic video helped you, then subscribe. Anyways, I'll see you in a dungeon. Peace out, Girl Scout.